particular, Bruce Rioch.
And a very warm reception for Bruce Rioch on his return as Keith Cooper, the man in the middle, prepares to get the match underway. It's 144 days since Bruce Rioch left Burnden Park to take up the challenge of reviving Arsenal's fortunes. It's his first match back here, though he has visited the ground since. And he was accorded a very warm reception by Bolton fans who clearly appreciate the excellent work he put in 3 years in charge at the club. But he's been keen to deflect attention from his return as Bergkamp sets right away and the flag stays down. An early opening for Arsenal. And the shot lashed straight across the goal from Ian Wright. But within the first half minute, a little dash of flair from Arsenal to give Bolton a warning sign.
Well, total confusion in the Bolton defence, and Bergkamp quickly reacted, played right in, possibly offside, but the linesman wasn't quite up with play. This is a good chance for Wright, but as you can see, drags his shot past the far post. In fact, you can actually see Wright looking to the linesman because he thinks he's offside.
This is Helder, and free kick given, and quickly taken by Helder. Good thinking, this is Wright. Bergkamp was down the centre, this is Merson. Wright and Bergkamp are both waiting. And Bergson in the way. Harlow putting Stubbs under pressure. Composed play from Alan Stubbs until he gives possession away to Dixon. This is Keogh. Wright hustled off the ball by Gudni Bergson, and this is Lee. McInley offered himself, still Lee. Thompson. Three waiting in the middle as Dixon blocks the cross, and Bolton win the first corner of the match. Exciting stuff from David Lee, who came on as a substitute against Leicester in the 0-0 League Cup draw and immediately livened things up. Bergson going forward for the corner. Thompson taking it. Fairclough waiting near post. McInley right in front of the goalkeeper. Stubbs. And the shot struck by David Lee. Wide of the mark. And the flag stays down, and Wright has again sprung the offside trap. Two waiting. Bergkamp's one of them. And he couldn't get any direction on the effort. Helder was herring in there as well, but it seemed teed up there for Bergkamp by Wright. McInley, whom they signed from Wraith and is now keeping Scott Green out of the team. Forward comes Helder, 3 against 3. Wright and Bergkamp up with Glenn Helder, wants to go it alone. And he's still to score his first goal for Arsenal is Glenn Helder.
Yes, another positive run, 3 on 3. Bolton completely vacated the midfield, but the shot was hit with no power at all.
Now McInley with a chance! Arsenal only too aware of the danger that McInley can cause with a snapped effort, but Seaman took the sting out of it.
Well, he's very capable, McInley, isn't he? The unexpected. Hooks that with his right foot. Fortunately, straight down the centre. It's an easy save for Seaman.
They still haven't been able to make it count. Helder trying his luck on this side. Bergkamp, Helder again! He was a little closer that time to his first goal. Good save by Brannigan.
Well, that was great play, wasn't it, by the two Dutchmen?
Winterburn. Now Merson. Good try! It was dipping, but just over.
Excellent play from Helder, attacks Phillips, waits for Bergkamp, just plays the ball, follows the pass. Little ball from Bergkamp, and a side footer from Helder, and a tremendous save that from Brannigan. Here you see it again. This is curling inside the far post. Brannigan just gets his hand to it.
And then after that, Paul Merson also created a bit of a scare.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever going to threaten Brannigan, but worth a try. He's got it well covered.
has to be said that the omens don't really favour Bolton in terms of the progress that they've made, because of the 7 clubs promoted from the playoffs since 1988. 5 have been relegated immediately the following season. Middlesbrough, Sunderland, Notts County, Swindon and Leicester all went straight back down. The only 2 who survived were Crystal Palace and Blackburn, and certainly in the case of the latter, they had the resources laid on for them to survive. And that just really emphasises the task that they face here at Burnden Park to maintain their Premiership status. And it's their home games that they need to be winning if they are to have any chance at all. Stubbs now, looking for McInley, and he's away! 1-0 to Bolton, and John McInley has scored! And Arsenal are stunned with 10 minutes to go to half-time, because they've had most of the pressure so far, but McInley has hit them cold.
Well, just look at the defensive bad marking here from Arsenal. I don't know what they're thinking of there. Totally unlike Arsenal. It's a good pass from Stubbs. McInley can't believe his luck finding himself in that amount of space, but it's a delightful finish. You see it again as Seaman comes out. He just lifts it over the top of him. That's a great finish. But really terrible marking from Arsenal at the back.
And Arsenal's tormentor in their previous meeting in the FA Cup works the goal magic again. John McInley has scored, and Arsenal now with Merson try to come back quickly. But he hits that one off the target. Lee Dixon making his 350th appearance in all competitions for the club tonight. One of 3 Arsenal players achieving a personal milestone. In fact, it's also Paul Merson's 350th appearance. And it's David Seaman's 200th league appearance for the club. There's Merson. Achiever. Thompson. McInley went for it again and couldn't get any direction on the header.
Great ball in from Thompson. Hit with tremendous pace. It only needs a touch. It's McInley who's there first. He gets across the front of, I think it's Adams. Very, very close to getting his second goal. But I think that free kick there really showed Bolton's intentions tonight. With just 3 minutes to go before half-time, Bergson looked at the bench, had a word with Todd. The signal from Todd was to go forward for the free kick. No thoughts of what they've got. They'll hold till half-time. There's only one thing on Todd McFarland's mind, was getting in there for the goal for the second one.
11-3 in their last match against Nottingham Forest, including a 90th minute winner from Colin Cooper. Here's Alan Thompson. Good run from Thompson, he's beaten Keown, and Gold had come across to close him down.
Another great run from Thompson on his left foot. Here he is, tricks Keown onto his right foot. You can see which is his best foot, can't you?
Dixon finds Merson in a little bit of space. A clear run. And here's Helder. Set up well by Merson. And the shot deflected, and that's a fine save by Brannigan. Took a little touch on the way, the effort from Helder, but Brannigan reacted superbly.
It's once again good play from Merson. Helder comes inside rather too easily for my liking. Good save.
Bergkamp went for it, and Parler makes a real mess and doesn't get a second bite at the cherry because it's half-time. So Arsenal clearly throwing their resources forward to try and cancel out John McInley's goal. But that effort after 35 minutes from the Bolton man clearly has turned this match on its head and could well turn the match upside down, and the firm could throw the form book out of the window. Bolton ahead, 1-0 against Arsenal at half-time. And now Bolton who face the big atmosphere at Burnden Park on a week-in, week-out basis in the Premiership and have not been able to sustain their giant-killing momentum so regularly, have the perfect opportunity to do just that here tonight as the second half gets underway. And Martin Keown finds Dennis Bergkamp. No changes to either team at half-time, but Arsenal going forward with urgency. This is Helder looking for Wright. Trying to work it through for Wright. And again, Fairclough was shadowing him.
Once again, a very good run from Helder, but just the final ball is lacking. Ian Wright made the run. The ball had been weighted correctly. He would have been with a goal-scoring opportunity.
It's very exciting in full flow, Glenn Helder. Has had two great efforts in the match so far, both of which were prevented from going in by Keith Brannigan.
You just feel, Rob, that a player with his ability should score more goals than what he does. He made his debut back in February. I know it's 8 months ago and we had the pre-season, but you know, really he should be scoring goals.
Good turn by Wright, he's away! And he's missed! You really would have thought he'd got the equaliser then. The merest sniff of goal, and Wright couldn't convert.
Well, he was faced with a similar chance to what McInley had. Here you see Brannigan comes out, he needs a little clip over him. He does that, but gets too much on it, and it goes over the bar. But here it's a good turn from Wright, loses Bergson, and you really fancy him to score from this situation. Does everything right, but just puts a little bit too much weight on it. The ball flies over instead of under the bar.
McInley, who scored for Bolton. Patalainen, and the flag is up.
Once again, good play from McInley, but Arsenal, they hold a good line here. The ball's actually deflected. Wow, that was tight. I mean, Winterburn's got his hand up. I'm not so sure that's offside. You know, we say if it's in line now, you've got to give it to the benefit of the striker. I think he was in line there, Patalainen.
We saw, didn't we, at White Hart Lane yesterday, that the benefit of the doubt was given to the striker, Chris Armstrong, when he scored against Newcastle. Didn't work in Bolton's favour tonight. And now a challenge that has left Lee off the field.
Well, let's see what happened here, because the crowd on this near side aren't too happy about it. Well, there's not too much wrong with that. Lee's got on the floor, but I couldn't see anything wrong.
I think he'll soon be back on. Ball over hit for Merson. And Lee brings Bolton back up to strength. Stubbs again looking to deliver for McInley. Sirchik! Great chance and a fine save from David Seaman.
And I think we're going to see another booking here, Rob. McInley was fouled by Bode. Here you see McInley turns Bode, he runs straight into him. Referee allows play to continue. A great shot from Sirchik, great save from Seaman. But Bode has gone in the book.
It was a good advantage played by referee Keith Cooper, who for the second time has only booked a player when the moment was right. But Sirchik almost scoring on his debut. And a great save by Seaman to deny him. It's Thompson with a corner, and Bolton are buzzing. Patalainen comes in and couldn't keep the header down. So could it mean a dip back into the transfer market from Bruce Rioch to find these creative midfielders?
Well, I don't think he's ever stopped looking. He's made the two very, very important purchases of Bergkamp and Platt, but he's still looking to strengthen the side.
Wright's layoff to Merson!
Well, I'm convinced the keeper saved that.
Well, so is Merson, so is Wright, and the referee is the only one who's unconvinced. But if he did, it was a great save.
Very, very well struck. Good little back heel from Wright. Knew exactly where Merson was. He didn't waste any time. Drives up with his right foot. And clearly the keeper there, Brannigan, has made a good save.
A crucial save that presumably you won't want to take the credit for. Arsenal win the throw. Touch from Wright. This is Helder. Good run again. And Brannigan once more thwarts the Dutchman.
Well, as the Helder entered the box, Platt was at the back post screaming for it. He elects to drive it near post. But he's done well, Brannigan. He's covered the near post.
Into stoppage time we go. Still Arsenal can't feed their front men.
All he's got to do is just keep it in that corner. He doesn't need to cross it. Doesn't want it in Seaman's hand. Just keep it there. Better than that, he wins himself a free kick.
Well, they're trying to grind Arsenal down, and tempers are frayed between Adams and McInley. It's a ploy Arsenal themselves wouldn't mind using if they were in this position. But the boot is very much on the other foot here. And the free kick is played short, and Bolton play the possession game, not for long. They've got the victory that they were holding out for. And John McGinley's goal has won for Bolton only their second league victory of the season. And it's no surprise that the fans are jubilant, because not only is it a rare league win in a troubled start to the campaign, but it's against the man who left Burnden Park to go to the biggest stage of Arsenal, Bruce Rioch. Rioch, the man who left after he'd led Bolton to promotion. And we'll have to acknowledge that a player that he brought to Burnden Park, McInley, earned the 3 points, producing only Arsenal's second league defeat of the campaign. They were beaten by Chelsea, and now an unhappy return to Burnden Park for Bruce Rioch, as John McGinley again turns Arsenal's tormentor.
Now, you were man of the match against Arsenal. Just what was that occasion like?
I mean, it was just like any other game. It made it a little bit special with it, the being a live game and that, but it's just another game that I want to do well in, the lads want to do well in. It's that's the only way we can approach this league, is to take every game as it comes. It's like an old cliche, but you know, every game's a big game.
And to have beaten the side managed by the man who brought you to Bolton, did that mean anything?
No, not before the game, not for me. To beat Arsenal meant more than just beating Bruce Rioch. It was beating Arsenal, which was a good thing to do. Hopefully we'll get a few more results like that.
Would the goal against Arsenal be the highlight so far for you?
I think it's just the only highlight, innit? Aye, it would be, because I think it's given us a little bit of a lift, a little bit of a boost, and hopefully we're going to better things from now on.
And what about that goal? Perhaps you could just talk us through it.
A great ball from Alan Stubbs. He split the defence, and I just managed to get a good touch on it and place it wide of David Seaman. So from that point of view, it was a good goal, and then got us the 3 points we badly needed. We all knew it was going to be hard, and it certainly proved that the case. And I think now we've made some new signings and they're settling in quite well, and things can only get better from now on.
For a striker, what's it like to play in the Premiership?
Yeah, it's been a bit frustrating because I don't think we've created a lot of chances, and from that point of view, then obviously you're not scoring goals and you're not doing your job. So hopefully from now on we can get on the score sheet quite regular.
It's been a baptism of fire, really. All the teams we've played so far, I think, will be in contention for the Championship. So we couldn't have had a tougher start. But now I think we're finding our feet, and with the result against Arsenal, it just gives us that little bit of a confidence boost that we needed to believe in ourselves.
And what about you personally? How would you describe it?
Well, I've been in and out of the side, sometimes for tactics, sometimes for not playing very well in previous games. But once I'm given a chance and a run of a few games, I think I can establish myself in the side and hopefully get a good run in the team.
It's a bit quicker. You need to use the ball better. You sharpen in your mind. You've got to be quicker up there. It's yeah, all round really. All round, it's a step up definitely.
And what about the game at the City Ground against Nottingham Forest? Because I believe you breached the rules there, did you?
Yeah, just a bit. Our kit man Colin, he for some reason, I forgot my strip. I don't know why. He ended up going out onto the car park and borrowing a puncher's kit. They were amazing, really. No number on my back.
Did it make any difference then?
Well, I felt like burning his shirt after that particular game, to be honest with you, because it was my fault for one of the goals, but that's the way it goes.
Do you think it took the club then by surprise a bit, the standard?
I think we knew what to expect, but I didn't think we thought it was going to be like this week in and week out. I think like 1 week we were playing Man United and the next week we were playing Liverpool, and that's the way it is in this league. You get no easy games at all, and we haven't started off too well, but we're starting to do a little bit better now, and we're picking a couple of points up now.
And a word about the game against Manchester City?
Very important game for us. Obviously Manchester City are bottom of the league. We're down there with them, and it means today, if we can get 3 points today, it means that we can keep them down there, and obviously as we'll start moving up the table.
It's another big game. There's no small games in this division. It's another big game. We're at Main Road, which is a big place to play. You know, last year we'd have been satisfied with playing these teams week in, week out. Now we're here, we've got to do it. I think it's going to be a real belter today.
So what are you eating there? You're a Bolton fan, you've come to Man City, and what have you got there? What is it?
Dog. Oh, it's parrot. Caribbean parrot.
So you're looking forward to the game today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, takes a mouthful of food. So you'll win?
I would imagine that there's not much possibility of us not winning.
Not getting cocky now you beat Arsenal, are you?
I was cocky before we beat Arsenal.
So you're even cockier now?
Presumably you're not going to use this bit.
After Monday, I'm quite optimistic. I think 2-0 for the Wanderers today. I think they picked themselves up, got fight in the game, which is the main thing, and I think they're going to go for it today. And 3 points, no problem.
Who do you think is going to score the first goal then?
John McInley. John McInley will be there with the first one. Other one, don't know. I fancy Tomo actually. Long range effort. He needs a goal yet this season.
How long have you supported Bolton?
About 24 years. Really.
So you've seen them from the bottom up to the top?
We've had the ups and the downs and the rough parts and the good parts. And
so what do you expect of the game today then?
Bolton will win.
Bolton started the match at Main Road badly and allowed City to take the initiative with a goal from Nicky Summerby after 12 minutes.
Great footwork for a big man by Quinn. And an excellent through ball as well. And whipped over again by Kinkladze, and there's a chance for Summerby. Emphatic finish too. And in a game of vital importance, Manchester City lead. Kinkladze again. Great feet, this boy. And he's got a good left foot shot as well, but he's denied well by Brannigan. Hit it well, and I think it might have just dipped. And a break forward by Bolton. Lee. It's got to come over. And it does, but it will beat everybody.